The Rocky Mountains provide the backdrop in Boulder, Colorado, and if you're looking for the Buffaloes, they ain't hard to find. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Buffaloes will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Arkansas's offense takes the field. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume. That'll pay off big time late in the season.
Looking to throw for it. Got his man quickly. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers
running toward the tape. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Gets it out quickly. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Trying to barge in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play call? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they...
Into the house. Touchdown, Arkansas.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buffaloes offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play, it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always around, just exhausting.
And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on,
Fires a bullet. Oh, it's picked off. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Line gets set, 1st down. With jet sweep pass. Oh, he gave him a dead leg. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The give out of the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
how about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when the defensive line run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Here's the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. To throw, it's Agbana. Trying to get to him. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Finds his back in the middle. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Here they're trying to get to the edge. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the boulevard. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. New Mexico State delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Las Cruces. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout CUSA. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Finds the tight end. Powers through the defender. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. They know how dangerous this guy is after the catch. And boy, oh boy, they set their hair on fire and caused a wreck on that hit.
They sure did. You got to be careful, too, because they sold out on that hit. And if they miss, that tight end was going to be able to advance the football. But boy, oh boy, this defense playing physical.
They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags in 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Feeling some heat. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
And when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And the Buffaloes get it past the sticks.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Keeps the legs moving. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable. Clock now inside 4 minutes as we're getting later in the first half. To the air. It's Agbana. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
This That's why they're a top 10 offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Now on second down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. First down and 10. Wide out in motion. He leaves it with his back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. On his way back from the 20. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Leaves it with the back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Off the play fake. Steps away. Fires on the move. It's caught downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And one of the reasons you go for vertical is because you know you've got dudes that can stretch the field. This guy is one of the fastest receivers in college football, so I love the play call, taking advantage of that speed to go make a big play.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Second down coming up. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
The Buffaloes have it with a first and 10. Dropping back, it's Agbana. A shot for the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Bucs!
The quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. The kickoff unit about to go to work. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start.
And that pass, there it intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. On second down, they'll take to the air. He's got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. He's looking to throw it. Makes the catch. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Trying to convert this second and short. He's looking to throw. On target. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. He wants to throw. Using the quick game. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Now inside the 20, first and 10 from the 18. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Gets it out fast. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the offense. On second down, he's looking downfield. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll go to the air on third and short. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. So now on fourth down, they'll try to salvage a 3 and just get points before halftime. He gets a hand on it. Just enough time to get off one final play in the half. They'll throw it on first down. He's got his man, makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. On the move from inside his 5. And he is brought down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Backed up at their own 10, it's first down. A A solid run there to create a little space. He's marked down at the 15. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. They'll give it to the back. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Calls his own number. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Now the pitch. At midfield, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Buffaloes are rolling down the field. Running back searching for a hole. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. After the run, now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating the ball down the field. Pressure. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Racing to the right. He's at the 10. Razorbacks. Not content to get the fumble. They scored with the fumble.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. San Jose State looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks and a defense that looks disinterested. They're trailing by 14 to Temple. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Here's the handoff. The Buffaloes get enough to move the chains.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, it's Agbana. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Firing to the right, complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Buffaloes will punt it away on 4th down. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Snags it quickly on the left.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Quickly complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance. And when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking, they get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo, big city.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run. It's not running, but it's those runs right there. The reason why you have to do it. Why you can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those, but you got them a little bit too.
The Razorbacks send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together.
Right back to the well. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They'll leave it with him. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. It's complete to the right. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Dropping back, it's Agbana. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they take it in for 6 more points. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Looking to move it through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Complete.
A really nice job by the quarterback, putting some extra heat on that throw. As a defensive back, I'm going to drive to that curl, try to get there really quick to try to break up the pass. But when the QB puts it that hard on the money with that much accuracy, really hard route to defend.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fires to the big fella. And the Razorbacks will move the sticks.
Nice execution by the offense on third down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
Looking to go up top on first down. Get it out on the screen. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They'll line up for a second down play. To the ground with the back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with the pass.
On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game is going.
They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a first down. Now from inside the red zone. Got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Razorbacks in the hurry up. Looking to throw on second down. Quick completion on the out route. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They keep attacking through the air. They're bringing heat. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He makes a grab. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. From the gun. And makes the grab. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. You keep working on that fade and working and working and working, and it paid off here.
No doubt, quarterback-receiver connection. You throw this every day in practice. You get near the goal line, and the field shrinks. I got to be able to make plays in short spaces. Throw it out wide, one-on-one play. My receiver's better than your DB.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, bring them making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bucks! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
And he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Ready to send out this offense. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his man down the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Going up top on 1st down. It's complete to the left. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you got to give this defense credit, too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him, and that's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the 4th.
Fires to the middle. Finds his man enough for the 1st. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. He wants to throw here on second down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers in the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground, and look.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. They'll try the run. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Sanchez. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk